One form of passive income that I like is KDP Publishing. I create the book, I put it on my bookstore, and then when it sells, it's passive income. I don't need to make another book. I can just put that book up and it stays up there. I've been doing that for 4 years and I still get income from books I made 4 years ago. So that's one great way. Now, another side hustle is Uber driving and Lyft driving. I did Uber and Lyft driving at the same time. I started that about 7 years ago. I no longer drive, but I'm gonna tell you guys, the first week I drove, I made $1,000, and that's because I worked day and night. I did not slow down. I had a quota I wanted to make, but you can definitely make money with Uber and Lyft driving. Let's talk about delivery driving. Now, I've tried several. So I've started with Uber Eats, Spark, Grubhub, and DoorDash. Now, the worst one was DoorDash, and we all know why. Ooh, they don't pay very well, y'all, and they don't compensate in other areas. So we're not even gonna talk about DoorDash. I did DoorDash for like one day. I'm done. Moving right on, let's go to Grubhub. Now, Grubhub, I do like the fact that they make sure they pay you $12 an hour. You will get some pretty good orders with Grubhub if it stays busy. So I do recommend Grubhub. I like the way they compensate you. Now, Spark Driving is another way. It's pickup deliveries for Walmart. Now, you can get batch orders, which are like 4 or 5 orders at a time. So you don't have to keep going back and forth to the store. So Spark is pretty good about compensation as well. It's one of the more higher paying apps to use for delivery driving. And the last one I want to talk about is Uber Eats. Now, Uber Eats, I currently do Uber Eats. I started 7 years ago when I did the Uber driving. I would kind of toggle back and forth between the two. But now I just do it on the side and for part-time or during the summer, basically because I'm bored and I just want to do something. So Uber Eats is okay. I make between $100 and $200 when I go out. But I do have to work most of the day during the busy hours. So those are some side hustles for delivery driving that I've tried. All right, guys, another side hustle is reselling antiques and used items. For example, I worked at this shop where we sold figurines, like those little bears and those little cups and things you would find at your grandma's house. So I would go look for these figurines in thrift stores, and I would get them from little to nothing. I may pay maybe $1 up to $10, and I would resell them for like 10, 15, 50, 100, $150. And the only reason why I sold them is because I knew the value. So if you're really good at finding things that are valuable, and if you go to these thrift stores and you find them really cheap, you can make money that way as well. So I hope this helps you.